Hey guys, Pyroxius here, and this is going to be my Affliction Warlock guide. Affliction Warlock is especially good for PvP, so I'm going to mainly focus on PvP this time, and that's what I'm doing anyway most of the time. But if you want to have stats like these that are shown right now on the screen, keep watching the video, guys. See you after the intro. Welcome back to this guide of the Affliction Warlock in PvP. So let's just get into it, guys. We're gonna do it like we always do on my channel, which is the stat priority. Then we're just gonna go into our lovely talents and glyphs, and then the rotation. And what I did with the new guides, what I'm gonna do is also add some bit of PvP or PvE behind it, depending on the guides. For this one specifically focused on PvP, so there's gonna be like BGs behind it, me playing Affliction. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed the guide and you learned something from it. So let's just get into it. So stat priority, guys. Yeah, there we go. Mastery, haste, crit, whatever the hell, multi-strike. The thing is, Affliction has one thing that's actually quite fine, because haste and mastery are equal in damage as we speak right now. Mastery is slightly better for a single target though, and haste is better for multi-target. But now comes the thing. Mastery for us is incredibly good because our dots will just do more damage, as well as Drained Soul will do more damage. So the thing is, PvP wise, what I actually do is try to get haste mastery on as much pieces as I can. Our set bonus isn't that good anyway, so like you hear, I just change it up. I go for 2 set bonus because that actually is quite handy if you get like stunned or silence whenever all. And the 4 set is not like that bad, but I don't think 1300 versatility is worth it for 10 seconds. I mean, it's like a 30-second cooldown anyway, so basically once every 30 seconds you're gonna get like 1300 versatility, which is around 10% damage increase. It's not that bad, it's not what I'm telling you, but it's not that good as well. Why? If you get mastery, you get 10% more mastery in no time, so going for versatility is just bullshit, if you ask me. It will trigger, it's not that bad, but if you look at this mastery, this is probably, let's just like de-equip this and see what our mastery changes. You see, one chest piece exchange already like 6% difference. So if you get like mastery on a second piece that you can exchange, so you don't have to set bonus, for example the helm, you actually already have more than 10% mastery, which is basically like a 10% damage increase. Only Drained Soul doesn't apply to that, but Drained Soul is okay. It makes your damage deal tick higher, that kind of things. But well, so what you want to do is try to get as much haste as mastery if you can. Choose either one of you what you like. I like to combine it, and I focus on mastery more because I also like to see the big numbers of my my dots. So that's why I will go for mastery. But in combination with haste is the best, guys. So try to get that done. After that, it's gonna be pretty simple. You're gonna want multi-strike after that crit. Versatility is the worst for us anyway, so don't go for versatility, guys. I got a decent amount of crit, and that's because I have a lovely crit trinket here, because I am an undead, and undeads cannot remove their stuns. So if you are an alliance dog, and if you're human, for example, you don't want to have like this trinket. You probably want to go for the trinket out of Asher or something that makes you get int and mastery, or like get like the trinket that gives you a quick chance to get int and that kind of things, because that actually works really well with our damage, guys. So yeah, keep that in mind, as well as yeah, that's basically it. Enchant everything mastery, obviously. So I got the Mark of the Bleeding Hollow here. Let me leave that queue. Apparently I'm in a queue. Enchant everything mastery, guys. It's simple as that. Okay, let's get into our talents and glyphs. I like to go for Harvest Life because I just played Arena and Drain Life is incredibly good. But if you take Harvest Life, you should also get the glyph Drain Life. Just saying there. Okay, Howl of Terror, Mortal Coil, Shadow Fury, Soul Link. I would like to go for Soul Link in this tree, but if you look at this tree, like, don't go for Howl of Terror. It sucks. Mortal Coil or Shadow Fury. I would tempt Shadow Fury because we don't got a stun. And I like to have a stun It's AoE as well, the lowest cooldown of all these of this tier, so go for Shadow Fury, guys, easy choice. Soul Link, Sacrificial Pact, Dark Bargain. I like to go for Soul Link, but Sacrificial Pact and Dark Bargain are both fine. What you prefer in this tier, if you ask me. I like to use Soul Link for a bit of life drain, basically, as well as to get Warlocks tend to get focused through the matches in arena and that kind of things quite a lot. So having 20% damage, basically, like going to your pet, actually is quite a bit of sustain in combination with your trinkets, which actually also give you like 10% reducement. So you can actually reduce your damage by quite a good amount there. So that's why I like to go there. But Sacrificial Pact is also really good. Although if you use an Observer like me, they don't have the insane amount of HP, so it's just not that good on this pet particularly. If you have like a Void Walker or something, it's really good, but I don't recommend taking a Void Walker in PvP unless you're gonna sacrifice it. So I would just go for Soul Link, guys. Blood Horror, Burning Rush, Unbound Wheel, or Blood Horror, depending what comp you fight. Unbound Wheel is good against spellcasters. Why? Because you don't need to fear them, because they're not gonna melee attack. But if you have a melee comp against you, or melee players, or doing a BG where you basically always have one melee guy at least, get Blood Horror. For example, if you have a rogue against you, before you enter arena, just pop it on yourself. It lasts for a minute, and if they engage from your stealth, they will automatically be feared. So they're either forced to pop their trinkets to do your burst, or they're like the burst is cancelled for a slight amount, which actually gives you chance to recover. So that's why I should go for Blood Horror. Grimoire of Supremacy, Service or Sacrifice. Service is actually not that bad. Especially with all the bonuses you get, like the Seduce and the Interrupt. You basically get an extra Interrupt if you want, on a 2-minute cooldown. But the thing is, I would not go for Sacrifice, and why is that? If you want to do like a Haunt playstyle, it's good. But I don't think 25% damage of your Drain Soul is worth it, especially if you stack Mastery, because Mastery, this does not work for your normal dots, guys, so keep that in mind. I would go for Grimoire of Service or Grimoire of Supremacy, and why? I like to have this range thing there, the range interrupt, as well as it just deals a bit more damage, and I like the Observer pet. It's really handy against spell casters as well as the Clone Magic. It's really handy if you have a comp that can actually put up quite a lot of buffs, because it will make them quite a bit weaker. If you have like this Service one, it's also fine. You can like CC 2 Darkest Ones, or choose extra burst if you choose like the Imp or something. It's just a good talent, but I just go for Supremacy because that's what I prefer. If you don't like to manage your pet at all, Sacrifice can be taken, but it will change your playstyle quite a bit when bursting. So just saying that. Archimon Darkness, obviously, because the other two suck, and Soulborn Haunt, Cataclysm, or Demonic Servitude. I actually recommend all three of them. Sometimes I use Demonic Servitude in like arenas where I want an extra stun, so I can use my Inferno, or like more damage or a slow, that I use my Doom God, but that is rarely, guys. I like to use Cataclysm because it got buffed a few patches ago. Now it applies Agony and Unstable Affliction, which is wonderful. Soulborn Haunt is just really good for AoE, as well as increase your damage for 20%. The thing is, I have not tested yet if it actually works double if you have Haunt applied, because if I read it like this, it actually doesn't. But it seems to does, lots of people like it, so you can also go for Soulborn Haunt. I just don't like it because my Soul Shard management will get fucked up, because now when I want a Haunt, I want to apply a Soulborn first. But we'll get to that in the rotation part of the video. That's the reason I don't use it. I like Cataclysm, especially for MBGs, because you can apply all those lovely dots and a burst amount of damage at once, and it's really helpful, guys. Glyphs are pretty obviously what you prefer. Minor glyphs, what you prefer. But I would suggest Unstable Affliction for PvP. Why? 25% cast time will make it cast like 1 second, I believe. Yeah, like barely 1 second. And the thing is, this might not really seem like time consuming or something, but the thing is why I choose it. You can get spell locked. So they basically got 25% more time to spell lock you. And this is why I take Unstable Affliction, guys. So or the glyph of it. So it's really helpful. Life tap, obviously, because you don't want to get damage. But if you're like doing 2s or something, or like BGs, you don't literally have to take life tap, because most of the time you're gonna have a healer anyways with you, as well as well, you rarely run out of mana in PvP situations, so You can exchange that for something like Eternal Resolve if you want to. Drain Life is mandatory right now because I chose Harvest Life. I'm gonna change that real quick for the sake of fun. So what we're gonna say, let's take Eternal Revolve for a bit more DPS or less damage taken. I mean, then you probably want to choose Dark Regen because of the instant restoring. Works really well with your health stone, guys. So keep that in mind. Let me put my brackets down there. So what you want to do with the rotation, guys, I'm gonna learn you a few tricks. So what you want to open with, you always want to use at least one of the Dark Soul miseries. And why is that? Because you have two anyways with that talent with Archimond's Darkness. So using one is actually a way. So try to get like, keep one for the burst phase if you need it, but try to use one as often as you can. Like, so you always have like one in stock, but also have one active. Like, let's try it. They don't stay active for all the time, obviously, but you want to have one on recharge all the time, simply for the fact that it's quite plainly useless to not do it because you're gonna lose burst time basically. So I would suggest doing that. And I actually have a one-shot macro for the Warlock, for the Affliction Warlock, which I'm gonna show you right now. This is for my Affliction one, and this is there we go, Burst Afflict. What you basically do is choose the tooltip for Misery, cast Misery, and use 13, which is the versatility trinket that you actually can buy, and this is like an 8% damage improve as well. And what you can do, which I forgot to add, is /use, and then you can like Draenic intellect potion, which is your pre-pots. And if you have a legendary ring, pull it in there as well, and you will have a huge big ass one-shot macro, guys. So I'm not afraid to use it. It's really handful. BG tips and things, always get your soul wall out, guys. Summon your soul for that lovely soul stone, because it's really good. So what you want to do when you're bursting, that is where we're gonna really get into. Bursting in PvP, I do not really recommend using Terror Guard, because the Inferno can actually give you a stun. So what you're gonna do is, you want to apply, you want to start with Unstable Affliction. And why you want to start with Unstable Affliction? Lots of people say Agony, but it's an instant cast, guys. So starting with Agony is bullshit if you ask me. So what I do is, I do Unstable Affliction, and when it's finished I immediately press Agony, because it will basically both apply Unstable Affliction as well as Agony. Starting with Agony is bullshit, because let me show you. And now I can't cast for half a second. And let's just do it with Unstable Affliction then Agony. You will see I can instantly pop them after each other, and then I can like do my corruption on them as well. So this is what I do. I apply my dots first, then I cast a hand, so they actually get 35% more damage, and I just start to do Drain Soul. So let's just do a non-burst phase. You're gonna do this, apply your dots, do your hand, and do your Drain Soul. And that's basically what you're gonna do. You're gonna refresh your dots after like 2 Drain Souls. So now you see that my Unstable Affliction is about to fall off, Hunt is about to fall off, refresh Hunt, and we're gonna Drain Soul again. For 2 to 3 Drain Souls. Just keep a timer. Don't be afraid to interrupt it early. There we go. And now we have to refresh all dots and refresh our hands. And that is basically what you're gonna do as a normal filler rotation. You want to try to keep one soul shard off, so you can always regenerate one to get your hand out. So if you have 4 soul shards, you shoot a hand, so you can still regenerate 1 soul shard. It's a quick hint there. So yeah, let's just go in the bird. Let me call my bat back, and let's just see how we're gonna do. It's not that hard. Burst phase are really easy. You're obviously gonna burst or pop your misery and that kind of thing. So one-shot macro that I just showed you, which also will be in the description. Make sure you have your buffs up. Make sure you have your lovely input up there. Let's eat some food for the sake of fun. So let's just eat some food. Try to get me on my shit maxed up, especially PvP as well, because it really is going to help you a shit ton. If you're in arena, you can't do pots and that kind of things, but if you're in BGs, you can, so why not do it? And if you're in rated BGs, you can't do it as well, guys, so keep that in mind, then the Draenic int pots will help. Okay, so what you want to start out with is, let's say that we're going to do a full burst. What I do most of the time is actually this. You have Soul Burn, and Soul Burn empowers your lovely spell. So if you do it like this, you can see that you can actually use soul swap instantly. And what soul does, it copies the damage over time effects from your target, and you can put them on another target. If you use soul burn before, it becomes a soul burn soul swap. And what happens is you don't have to have a previous copy of the spells, and you just instantly have them on max duration. So if I press E now, which is soul swap, I instantly apply all my dots. So that's basically what I do. After that, I'm gonna go hunt, pop my one shot, and do drain soul. That's what I do. Like you will see, my DPS actually goes up quite fucking high with that. So my dots are falling off right now. Don't forget to refresh them, because that's something I did wrong there. And try to keep your hand up as well. And go. And go. This is like your normal burst rotation. Now if you get like near your finish, what I do most of the time is I just spam hunt. Like chain cast hunt like this. Because it hits like a truck. And it actually delivers quite a powerful burst in combination with your dots as well. Because you will have constant pressure up on your target, as well as the burst damage of your hands, guys. So keep that in mind. This is basically the guide. You don't really have to know anything more. Then you can also go for your Terror Guard if you want the insane burst in like random battlegrounds, not raided ones. That kind of things. And don't forget, if you have like AoE targets or something like this, or for example you shadow furry somebody first, then like chain cast like a cataclysm behind it, because it will refresh agony and unstable affliction and do quite a good amount of damage as well, and in AoE. So it is really helpful in fights like I don't know, Alterac Valley or something, where people are standing on a choke point, or Isle of Conquest or something, where people are like all hopping up, because you're gonna do this. And it works insanely well in Ashran, guys. Believe it, trust me. If you do this in the middle of a Zerg, you want to try to get the artifact and do this, guys. You will wreck everybody. And that's it for this guide, guys. It's not that long, like I said. Affliction is really easy to play, guys. So keep that in mind. It's a bit hard to master, but it's easy to play. Next to that, you obviously got like your demonic circle, which you can use for teleport, that kind of thing, and your demonic gateway. So make sure to use that as well. And this is basically it, guys. I'm Pyroxius. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the PvP behind this video, because it's gonna be awesome, guys. See you later. Bye bye.
I'm wasted, my heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing, keep your words naked. You got me blushing, and forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. Forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you and me. You
Okay guys, and now I'm gonna show you a few reasons why mages are awesome, guys. There's a really simple reason actually for it. Our DPS is insane. We're the only caster that actually can move on while casting all the time if you're fire. So yeah, and we're the best at PvP obviously. Let's be really honest here. We are the best at PvP. I mean, it's not like warriors or something are overpowered. We just own everybody anyways. So I don't really see the point. Look at us. We can only like and shoot lumps of fire on the move all the time. Not with like any shitty buff or anything. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I had to say about the mage. I mean, it's not like I got like BGs or something on the channel that actually cover the PvP. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you guys some PvP in this video about my mage, because he's a blood elf, and blood elves are not known to be yeah, very good at PvP. So I'm out, guys.